Well, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed making this. I love the idea that you can just take some fiber and make a piece of fabric. Then in my enthusiasm, this was yesterday because I'm filming this the next morning, I decided to do in the afternoon, which is a big mistake, a second attempt at wet felting. And I'm going to show you, it's not a disaster, but it didn't go as well as the first one, which is a bit surprising. I decided to do something bigger. I decided to use more colors. And so I'm going to turn the camera down and show you what happened with that. Okay, so this is the second piece that I made yesterday in pretty much the same way I made the first. And first of all, I'm amazed at how thin it is. You've got big holes in there. Oh my goodness, it's not sturdy enough. It's a gauze. It's not really. Look at those. Look at how like this is right there. That's a real hole. I could stick my finger through. I could stick my finger through a lot of it. I do like the colors. I like the orange and the blue. I knew those would be pretty compatible. These pops of that deep purple, that's the same I used yesterday with the blue. The orange here, this is that flame, which is just such a great yarn. I get that from the spinnery store. But the thing I did, which I did on the first one as well, was I decided to pull out something like this. Okay. Now, the stuff that I used the first time, it felted in really well, and I don't know what it was made out of, but it did a really good job. I couldn't easily pull any of that off there. I guess if I got little needle nose pliers, I could yank it off there, but it's pretty well felted in. But this stuff is clearly a different yarn. Do I know what it is? No. Did it have a label on it? No. Should I have used it? No. All right, but you see, it just, no matter how hard I tried, and even when I had some little curly parts, I tried opening those out and laying them flat. Nope. The only way it would felt is if I had other wool, because I know my fiber is wool, my roving, laid over top of it like here, and it'll kind of pin it down. And I don't know what I want to do with that. I do like the look of it, but I can't have it if it's not going to stay attached. The other thing I did is I pulled out this bag. Leo was trying to get my attention. Bless his heart. Now, I love this bag of yarn. These are yarns I bought. Oh, let's see here. This one. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? It's part mohair, kid mohair. It is as thin. It is so, so thin. And years ago, I decided I wanted to knit with this. I wanted to knit myself a shawl. So I started on this. Never did finish it. It was a lot of work. I mean, look how thin the yarn is. It's gorgeous. Maybe I could find a use for it just in this state here. I don't know. I did have a very particular stitch. Maybe you can see the pattern there. It was kind of like a quarter fan or something. It's quite pretty. No, this isn't knitted. This is crocheted. This is crocheted. Yeah. Back then I did mostly crochet. I don't do that anymore. Anyway, it's quite long. I was doing it the long way. So, and this, I think I had 2 skeins of it. So here's the first one. Here's the second. Okay. So, but then I've got a lot more of these kind that I've picked up at thrift stores and at really nice stores. Just a very fine. And some of them I don't know what they're made out of. But there were some in here. Okay, this is going to sound so stupid. This was in here. There's a good bit of this. And it's kind of scratchy. It looks like it's already almost starting to felt. I don't know what this was, but I kind of assumed because of its scratchy nature and because it looked like it was trying to felt, it just looked like wool. I thought, yeah, that'll work. Oh my goodness. There were 2 bunches of it in there. I see I should have used something really cool like this. At least something that, oh, there's an old rubber band. Ugh. Something that has a tag so I would know if it was going to work or not. This one, yeah, this is half acrylic. I probably wouldn't have used that. Anyway, oh, here's the other color of this. Look at this stuff. Can you tell? Doesn't that look woolish? Now maybe this one is. I don't know about this stuff. So, but I like the color. I thought that'll be a nice muted color that I could put on here and it wouldn't dominate anything. So I did use it quite a bit. It's here. I even tried to use it as an additional layer to hold the orange yarn down. Well, that didn't work because this stuff is not felting. It's coming apart. Okay. If you try to lift it up, it kind of, well, I don't know about it. I don't know if it's really supposed to be. Look at that. I don't know how much it's going to felt. Now, I'm not going to try to yank anything up. I think I'll even leave this orange. But because this piece is too thin, I'm going to pull back out the same colors I used. And I'm going to, I really, really like this kind of butterscotch color too. And I love the bright blue. I don't want to overlay the colors too much and mix and match them anymore because you tend to just get a muddy look, I'm afraid. And I don't want a muddy look. I want some of these bright ones to stand out. So I'm going to keep the bright blues for most part in their spot, and the butterscotch and the orange and other things, and go add about twice as much again. I did read somewhere, and I need to go look it up, that you can felt some and wait and come back and work on it more. So we're going to hope for the best. It didn't really shrink any. It's felting, which means it is sticking together, but it hasn't shrunk any. It hasn't done the fulling yet, and I guess I just need to work on it harder. So I'm going to go back into the kitchen, back on the table, which is my husband's baking table. So it is perfect for massaging things as if you're kneading bread and rolling things as if you're rolling dough. It's just the perfect height for doing all that kind of work. It's right there by the water, right there by the soap. It's a great, great situation. So I'm going to work on this one some more, and I'll show you what I end up with. I say that with fear and trepidation because it could end up much worse even than it is now. But I think I will learn a lot through this process. Okay, guys, I'll see you in a minute. Here's a little brief look at what I've done now. You can see I've totally covered up all of that troublesome orange yarn that was on there, and I have thickened this piece. And let's hope that it is enough to not have any gaps. Well, I'm well on my way to getting this improved. I'm happy with this. I will say Miss Brown, whose video I watched this morning, she made the point to use bubble wrap on both the bottom and the top of the felted fabric. She did use some mesh when she was trying to apply water and soap to her fabric, but then as soon as she got it where she wanted, she'd put the bubble wrap on top, and then she does the felting movement, the rubbing, light rubbing with her hands, with the bubble wrap on top. And she said to make sure that the bumpy part of the bubble wrap is against the felting. Okay, so you have the bumpy part facing up on the bottom and facing down from the top. And I'm assuming that is to give it a little bit more of a gentle abrasion, if that's even a term. Sorry, my soapy hands are going to drop this phone. So it seems to be going well. Pretty pleased with this one. I run my hands over it. The fibers don't move. They stay in place. So I'm just about ready to roll this up with my rolling pin and do some very gentle rolling. All right. It's still wet. Man, there's still some holes in the middle. Not anything too bad. I do think I'll be done with this. That was pretty fun. I didn't follow all of the advice I should have. I rolled for a long time. I think I get it too wet, too soapy, and I think I'm too aggressive with it. Let me see. This was the top side, more colorful. Looks like some from the Little Prince or a children's book, or yeah. But see where this it shines through. Adam said he kind of likes that look. Now I'm going to have to trim some of these edges. Let me see. This I tried at the end to felt this. It's just too thick. I had a big thick piece there. I should have taken that off. So I'll probably just trim that off. Trim this off. I thought there was a spot where that yarn was sticking out, but maybe not. And then here's that light blue stuff that I wasn't sure even if it was wool. And I'm going to need to trim that off. Anyway, I'm relatively pleased. What do you think? I like the colors for sure. So next I'm trying a bowl. We'll see how that goes. One more thing. I keep on forgetting to say this. Welcome to my new subscribers. I'm so thankful you're here. I have no idea why over 900 people would be interested in the stuff I do in my little teeny house every day, but it's really sweet of y'all to join me, and I love that you're here. I love your comments. I love that you like my videos. I'm just doing this for fun. The more I look at that through the camera, the more I like it. Anyway, thanks to my subscribers, and yeah, I'm shooting for 1,000. Not that it really matters, but you know, it's kind of a number. Doesn't that look like something? What does that look like? Not exactly outer space. Not sure what that looks like. Kind of fun. All right. Bye.